layout, the Union Pacific Railroad Evanston subdivision. Thanks so much for joining me this evening. Purpose for tonight is to give you a little preview of what's coming up on this Sunday's update. Been working on some scenery and got some areas pretty well finished out. Actually, one area, the Aspen tunnels. So I just want to this evening, just for a brief live video, have you take a look at the Aspen tunnels area. Turned out, and then make sure that you stay tuned for the update on Sunday, because that will be a lot more detailed, and we'll kind of go through all of the steps that I took to put it all together, and kind of how things went. So stay tuned to that. We have this train on the upper level here, a coal train that's heading for the Aspen tunnels. So we'll go ahead and follow that as soon as I turn my camera around. There we go. It does have a green signal. This is at Granger, and it does have a green signal all the way through Granger and past the Aspen control point. I want to welcome everybody who's watching right now. Here we have 3 trains kind of meeting, 2 on the upper level and 1 on the lower level. It's been kind of exciting to work in a new area. Spent so much time on the Evanston yard area, both the upper level and lower levels. So kind of cool to start in a completely different area, which is in the Aspen tunnels and Morgan area. This is Athearn GEVO Intermountain Tier 4 GEVO and ACE by Athearn Heritage Unit, KD Heritage Unit. Get a chance to see this coal train. Definitely looking forward to getting scenery going all through this area here. Here's the 4th train. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and follow this coal train slowly heading westward towards Evanston. And before it gets to Evanston, it'll go through the Aspen control point and then the Aspen tunnels. How much money have I spent on trains? You want the estimate or the exact amount? Hey, here we're coming on some new scenery. This is what it looks like right now. The update is pretty cool because it kind of shows it step by step. You can kind of see how things look in each step. I did get the backdrop up, which looks pretty nice. Walgreens printed the backdrops on a glossy paper, so I got a little bit of shine there. Gonna have to see if I can find some matte clear spray, clear coat, so I can hopefully get rid of those reflections. All right, here's how the tunnels turned out. I've been calling these the Aspen tunnels because they're right next to the Aspen control point. On the prototype, they're actually called the Altamont Aspen tunnels. Here's the other side. because there's actually 2 control points on the prototype. Estimate of how much I spent on trains, I would say my estimate would be a lot. Hopefully that's enough for you. One thing you should know if you're visiting somebody's train layout, here's a question you probably should not ask, and that is, how much did you spend? For one reason, it's really will take a while to calculate it all out, and for the other reasons, we really don't try to think about that too much. But it's really kind of it's like you go to somebody's house and ask them how much they paid for their house. So it is a lot. To me, it's money well spent. My favorite train brand is probably Scale Trains, and then Athearn I like also. Scale Trains pull a little bit better, and then I think their sound is better, even though their decoders are kind of complicated. So here's what it looks like. I did a little bit of an update last Sunday on here, but this is kind of a final look. Now, one thing you notice is definitely missing is ballast. So I think I'm going to try and get the ballast done next week. How's things in Australia, Queensland, Australia? Welcome, Jeff. Thanks for joining us. See if we can find some more trains headed for the tunnels. Here's some more. If you're not familiar with the layout, here's some more scenery. I probably won't add any inner tunnel walls, mainly because I want to make sure I'm able to get to it. So I do have access here. I don't know if you can see, but I can stick my hand here and get to the tunnels. So I don't want to put walls in there. You can kind of see in there. So what I might do possibly is maybe put something on the bottom so light doesn't get in there. So that on this side it's pretty dark. You can't really see inside. So I don't know. I might, but I want to make sure I'm able to reach in there and get I want to make sure I can reach in there and get the cars out just in case there's a derailment. All right, we're looking for trains. Yeah, it's probably a good idea. Maybe add something for the first few inches. I don't know. I'll have to think about that. Thanks, Jason. Glad you like it. It's rainy and snowing here. Supposed to go run some trains today. Hopefully the roads will be good, and I don't think it'll be much of an issue. Here we have a couple trains meeting. Then this auto rack train will be heading towards the Aspen tunnels. Make sure you like the video if you haven't yet. Definitely subscribe. That would be awesome if you have not yet subscribed. And always appreciate comments either during the live stream or afterwards. Try to answer as many questions as I can. Kind of a cool vantage. Hey Steve, how you doing? All right, let's see if I can catch the train coming here. I went to HO because I had a big, huge basement. Our retirement home has a nice big basement. I'll probably have a few figures on the layout. Here's I don't try to put a lot of them because it kind of gets to be overkill. So here's a maintenance guy working on the solar panel here at the Curvo tunnels. All right, we're gonna see if we can catch this train coming. Let's see, where is it? All right, so we have the auto rack train coming. See if we can catch it. I think the backdrop's turned out real nice, assuming I can get that shine off of it. Need to do some ballasting on here. Then I also want to put a maintenance, some gravel maintenance road. So there'll be maybe a solar panel. Check this side. That turned out pretty cool. Again, on Sunday there'll be a weekly update. Show you the step-by-step of the Aspen tunnels. One thing, when I had the mountain all done, it looked pretty good, but it's amazing how much of a difference the painting the fascia and putting in the backdrop, what a difference that makes. Definitely makes it look a lot more realistic. Kind of looks a little more professional too. Not sure which side of the tunnels I like the best. The prototype tunnels, I said last week that the prototype tunnels are like a half-mile long. They're actually, one of them is like 6,700 feet, which is over a mile. So it definitely, the prototypes are definitely huge tunnels. These I think only scale out to like 360 scale feet, as we see another train coming through going the other direction, a westbound or westward train. So this is looking at it at eye level. For me, I'm 6'2". So this second level is not as high as over by the Evanston yard. Now once I get this ballasted and kind of done to a certain level, get the maintenance roads in and everything, then the plan is, notice I have it done all the way through this control point here. So the plan is, once I get the upper level done, so ballasting, maintenance roads, and some other things, maybe some finishing work on the backdrops, then I'm going to do the lower level. So this is going to be Morgan right here. So I'm going to put in a backdrop and put in some plaster scenery and so forth, and some roads. Got to bridge to put in here. This is going to be a overpass. This is going to be a road, and then an overpass, and then plaster in all the empty spaces here. A little shopping downtown area type place for Morgan. Maybe some houses or whatever. And then there's another overpass here. So I'm going to do them, as I said, I'm going to do the lower level. This would be a lot of plaster work here. By the way, the upper level, the tunnels there is the only plaster on the upper level. So anyway, once I get this upper level done a little bit more, I'm going to then switch gears and do the lower level and get it done. And then when I get that done, then I'm going to probably, there's our coal train again. Now it's going pretty slow. I'm going to pick up the speed on the coal train here. Here's my throttle that I use for all 4 trains. So the coal train is 29, so I'm going to go ahead and, so they're all, I have them set at 25%, which actually comes out, the way I have them speed match, comes out to about 25 miles per hour. So you can see it definitely has picked up speed. So anyway, when I get the Morgan done here on the lower level, then I'm going to shift gears or shift locations. It's probably one of my favorite scenery spots. There's that a little bit better view of that guy figure on the layout. So I think it is good to have a couple figures here and there, but you can definitely quickly overdo it. All right, this will be my next spot here that I'm going to work on. So I'll do the upper level first. So this is West Vaco Trona plant, mine and plant. I'll do the upper level to about here, and then I'll do the lower level to here, and then I'll do the upper level again, probably to about, I don't know, I'll just kind of, what I'm going to do then, just probably work back and forth, do upper and lower level here, come back over here, and do the upper and lower levels on the next section, and just kind of work until I meet here in the middle somewhere, wherever that ends up being. And then I'll have all the basic scenery done. And I think at that point, I'll probably do a bunch of weathering. And then some detail scenery, a lot of building structures, weathering structures. My goal is to kind of get everything on the layout pretty much done in 5 years total. And I've been working on it about 2.5 years. So I'm about halfway through. So the goal is that I get it done in 5 years, and that way I will be done when I'm 70. And then I spend the rest of my life running trains and hosting operating sessions. All right, I think that's going to be it for this little live broadcast. Stay tuned again on Sunday for the update, kind of see how all that scenery was put together. Should be a pretty cool update. Also installed some turnout motors on the extra staging tracks for the maintenance train and the excursion train. All right, thanks again for watching, everybody. Make sure you like if you haven't yet, subscribe, comment. Have a great weekend, everyone.